Hey yo, welcome to another podcast hosted by Lyfeproof. I'm Sensei Jay, and today we are going to be discussing about music career and life experience, and we have got our special guest, Ricky Vintage.
Ricky! Welcome, my brother.
Yo, so tell us a bit about yourself.
Isn't it? Well, first of all, you know what? It's nice to meet you, the Sensei. Come on, I like that name, you know, Sensei, my Miyagi. But my name's Ricky Vintage. And yeah, what do you want to know?
So how did you get into music?
Music, well, I was about like 12, 13 years old. And when in high school, we used to like clash in the corridors and do rapping and clash battle. Them days it was about grime. So like the elders used to like kind of clash with us in the corridor and all them kind of things. And we were just young. And it kind of started from there really.
Okay. So how does music affect your personal life, like family, friends, financial struggles?
Everything. Music is like, music saved me, to be quite honest with you. Music saved me, like coming from London to be in Birmingham. I was going through a lot of like coming from the road and the transition into actually taking the music full time. That was a big transition, so it helped my mental health in that sense. Like anyone that's been on the road, you'll understand that there's a lot of things. If you go through knife crime and gun crime and certain little things, it leaves us toll, so it helped my PTSD. So rather than go out on the road and take out my anger and my stress on random people and just get myself in trouble, I just put it all into my music. And that's what I've been doing since.
What inspired you to get into the music scene?
When I was younger, my mum used to have mixtape CDs in the car. So that we had Jay-Z, like his first mixtape was Blueprint. And he used to play that in the car with TLC. So when we're driving back from my nan's to go back home, we used to stay at my nan's house whilst my mum was studying and going to work. That was just playing in the car. And then like my family on my dad's side, once I met them lot, it's a musical inspired family, you know? So from there on, it was just, music.
Would you say you've had any major inspirations that have impacted you?
Loads. Like my friends, like there's a friend called Mega 12 in London, and he had a studio at his house. And all the rappers used to go there, like from Screwface, like Ice Kid, Chipmunk, like a lot of big rappers used to go to his house. And when I was there, just to see them recording and them how they used to record and how they deal with the mic and retake things, it was inspiring to me, you know. But I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. Do you like Kendrick yourself?
Yeah, of course, he's an inspiration as well.
Who's your inspiration?
I'd say Kendrick, J. Cole, A$AP Rocky, Tyler Creator, Joey Badass.
Come on. Go follow Sensei, man. You know it's a real one. You get me?
Just a rewind. Can you tell us a bit more about your life in London, the story, the good to the bad, everything you've experienced, and how it's changed you to the man you are today?
Well, London's a mad place in itself. I don't know, have you been to London yourself?
A few times.
What do you think of London yourself?
Just go mode.
Go mode.
Yeah, literally.
Go, you know, and it's very active. You know, and growing up in that fast pace, like, but I didn't even know nothing about Birmingham when I was in London. So, like, I lived on a council estate with my mum, like, just one single parent, you know. I didn't really know my dad until I was about, 16, 17? And then I met him proper on my 18th birthday. He came down and we banned the spliff together and we're Rasta, man. You get me? And then, like my life in London, I was just a road man. Like I used to work in a school, like, and do cover support teaching. So like Monday to Friday, I used to work in the school, and then after school, I hit my shots, hit the roads. You know what I mean? And then Friday, I get my little £300 from my work, and then the rest of my make the £700 from the roads. You know, and then eventually, once you do that for so long, you start to build a name. You know, and I got to know a lot of people in West London, North West London, South London, East London, and then Central London, and then I went to a place called Ealing Studios, and then that's when I started to meet Jay Huss and James Arthur and these people. I used to, you get me? And this is where the numbers started changing, and then from making £1,000 a week to then making £2,000-3,000 a week. I didn't take the working in the school serious, you understand? I was just trying to motivate the kids in the school and show them life skills, like be the funny guy, be the guy that teaches them something every day. Like, give them a reason to enjoy being in school. You know, like my class in school was the best class. They didn't know nothing about me being a roadman. Do you understand? So. My tie and these little things, and then lunchtime used to be like, attention, and then they all used to stand in the line and get me, yes, Mr. Foster, say, who are we? We are da. We used to walk in, and then that's when I lost my job. Because you get me, as black people, we're just loud, you get me? Black people are just loud in general, and that's when I lost my job, and then from there on, like, things just went downhill. Like, my dad passed away. In 2017, you get me?
Mine as well.
Oh, so it down?
Yeah.
Your dad passed away as well?
Yeah, it's 2017.
2017?
Yeah.
Christmas Day?
Not Christmas Day, but 2017.
Is it?
Yeah,
Sorry to hear this, my brother. Isn't it? Jesus. Yeah, that pain is different.
Differently.
You know, did you grow up with your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay, I didn't grow up with my dad. But I was living with him from... my grandma died in 2015. Then after that, from there I started to live with my dad. Okay. And then he passed away in 2017. And then that was just the Christmas Day as well, you know, cancer.
Same
as you.
Yeah.
You know what, yeah? Cameras, everything aside, I believe there's a conspiracy. I can't even lie to you. If you look at the statistics of how many black men have died from cancer, yeah, around Christmas times, something's going on in the system where it's like, my dad was 49 years old. Yes, he smoked, but there was nothing to really, you know what I mean, that I can sit here and say, yeah, you know what, but he was on medication as well. Okay. So mental health was another thing that played that side. And yeah, but I'm sorry to hear, but you understand the pain.
Literally,
you know. And then my cousin died from knife crime after that. Then my friend got shot in his face. Then my other friend got stabbed. And then from there on, I was just on a mad one. Like, London just wasn't safe, do you understand? And then the council moved me to Birmingham. And then that's when Ricky Vintage started. Ricky was the roadman. Vintage is where, like, my dad would say, Vintage, you're always using your pen and paper and drawing and writing. I like art, you know? So I was like, yeah. And then I just put the both together when I came to Birmingham. And this is where Ricky Vintage has come from.
So your experiences from London and now you coming to Birmingham, tell us about your story then now, like the next chapter, the next step.
Wow, the next step was just the beginning of life. It was just the beginning, it was a fresh start that I've never heard about Birmingham at this point. Like, I've just before I finished in London, I'd done a football camp for kids. You know, and I met up the MP from the Labour Department, Steve Pound and Julian Bell, and I did that for about a year or 2 years called a camp called GovFC, Grand Union Village Football Camp. Shout out Devon, shout out Asher, shout out all the youths on the block, you get me? Shout out you lot. But they're probably grown now, but I did that. And then when I came to Birmingham now, I started selling clothes. I was living in a hostel in Hockley, at Hockley Flyover. And I was selling clothes. I was doing a brand called Drillers Clothing, you know, and I was selling my t-shirts in the city centre. And I had a big vision to get all the drill rappers wearing my clothes. So I was selling t-shirts and clothes in the city centre every day. Then the hostel, a little mad thing happened. And then from that, I got a move to Small Heath. And then when I was in Small Heath now, it was just music. I met JK, I met up a few of the man them around there as well. I met Smugsy Ace as well. So from there on, I said, you know, I'm gonna put a mixtape together. And that's when the studio journey started. I needed money for studio, you know, and I'm sure you understand, like, the process of music is mad. Like, how do you record yourself?
I go to Pirate Studios in Big Beth.
Oh, do you? Yeah. Okay, that's expensive as well.
Yeah, the prices of, I think, cost of living, I think, has just gone up. So
yeah. Do you have your own engineer and everything?
Yeah, my bedroom.
Oh, so you're plugged in already then. You don't even have to pay the engineer and then the studio man and then the mix it down and
literally.
Okay, so you understand the process of it. You know, like, and that I was grateful because I met up with someone called Tanner, the engineer from LX Studios, like through my cousin. You know, shout out Metro, King Metro. You get me? Like, he's my blood cousin. Like, I love him. Like, I really love him. Like, when I came to Birmingham, he's plugged me up with LX Studios. Since then, Tan just plugged me in. Like, I was recording for about £20 an hour. You know, it was not all the time. It wasn't so intense about the money kind of thing. Then having to mix it down as well afterwards. Now charging about £10-15 to mix it down. Like, I don't know where else you're getting these prices. You know, like that. But he really believed in me, and we then formed a song called Assassin's Creed, which was produced by a guy called SP Beats in Palestine.
No way.
And that was a mad process because SB made that beat during all the war. Like, you see the war that was going on in Palestine and Libya and all of that. It was on video call with him, and there's bombs and gunfire going on outside. Like, and I'm saying, bro, you're still trying to make the beat and that's going on outside. Like, that is mad. You know, like dedication. That. It was real dedication. So Assassin's Creed now, when you hear that song, it really is it was made out of like 4 or 5 months it took, you know, to make that track. And he put his time, day, and effort into it, and I'm sure you understand yourself. Yeah. Like, have you worked with producers yourself as well?
Yeah, I've been in studios with the producer, side by side, working on a beat.
Yeah. How do you find that?
It's thrilling. It's thrilling because like sometimes I had my own type of vision in what I want, how the sound to sound.
You get to mold the track a lot better, innit?
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. But yeah, I got the mixtape done. Just slammed in everything. Everything I had at that point, like the Assassin's Creed, Levitate, and then some Family Affairs I recorded in 2015-16. So I've brought that back now, because when my dad passed away, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna make a song just to, rather than go around and try to terrorize my own family and this and that, because I had to pay for the funeral. Like, it was a lot, and then I didn't. Where can you find $8,000? You know, and all of these things, and then it was a mad story. My brothers went to jail for firearms and all these kind of things, and the things we had to do just to get the money was mad, you know. And then when I come to Birmingham now, to come here and take my music to the next level, and then perform in the Night Owl, and then Channel 7 round the corner, and then meet up with Mama Rooks, and then to go to see all these other places that I'm trying to get into the jam, is it called the jam something? There's
jam sessions.
The Jam Music Bar or something like that. It's in Jewelry Quarter.
I think I know which one you're on about. I was there the other night.
Yeah, they've got a little place over there, but I'm trying to get into there. But just to go out there and hit up all these bars and these clubs and say, listen, I want to perform. What do I need to do? I did all of that. Do you understand? And I'm still doing that. Okay. So yeah, man, that is it. And then I met up with Michelle. And the funny thing about meeting Michelle is because I was on Instagram Live with a lady called DJ Sweet Lee, which is from London, which does a youth service for young people. Okay. And what she did was on a live talking about a youth service, and she said, oh, you should link up with a lady called Michelle from Forever 15. I said, who's that? She's like, oh no, she's a really good lady. Then one day when I was in town selling CDs, guess who I see?
Michelle.
You get me? You get me? So when I said, I know you from Instagram. Like, I know you from Instagram. She's like, you sure? I said, yeah. She's like, what's your name? I said, Vicky Vintage. She goes, I kind of heard your name before. And then from there on, we sat down, we both spoke, and we both kind of had the same vision for youths. Like, you understand, I did the football camp back in the day. I want to open up a youth service, want to help young people in a deprived community. And then she's in Handsworth, and then I've moved from Small Heath to Handsworth. So then now it was just like, okay, this is meant to be. And then from there, we've linked up with the police and the council, and then young people in the community look up to us, and it's just mad, you know? So yeah, this is Ricky Vintage. Like, that's me. That's my story, my bro. But you yourself, where are you from yourself?
I'm from like Thibodeau, if you know.
Thibodeau, no, where's that?
Between Overy and Dudley.
Okay, was you born in Thibodeau?
I was born like Birmingham,
Birmingham. What was it like growing up in Birmingham for you?
Yeah, it's been. Everyone that lives in Birmingham knows, just you know, you just get on with it. It's just ghetto, but you know, it's still home.
Okay.
Know?
Have you got brothers and sisters or?
Yeah, I'm on that side. I got a brother and a sister.
So did you grow up in a household with a mum and dad in the same household?
Nah, I grew up with my grandparents. Yeah, and then I spent weekends at my dad's and my nan's. And then when dad passed away, it was like back to I spent some time with my nan, and then when my nan passed away, it was like with my grandparents.
Okay. So you've lived with your grandparents and all that as well. Okay. There's a lot me and you have in common then, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it? Might even be my twin or my clone or something. Who are you? You get me? Innit? But how did you get into music then?
Well, I've always loved music, like different types of genres. So it was like when my dad passed, something just hit, because he was always into 90s hip hop. So I think 2019, I was at my drama school, part-time drama schools, and then when I was working at Legoland, they were just putting pressure on me, saying, yo, it's either you pick up more shifts or you go in, and I'm like, yo, I'm at part-time drama school, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm there. I'm at the part-time drama schools on weekends. You got me in the week, so I felt like they were trying to push me out on purpose. So I was like, I'm not sacrificing my dreams. So I left, got into poetry, poetry jam. Yeah. I don't know if you know Beat Freaks.
Yeah. Oh,
so
they on the same path as me. This is mad. Talk to me. I'm listening.
Yeah. So got with Beat Freaks, performed, and then I used it as a launch pad because the reception from my first poem that I ever written, everyone was like, yo. So
what was it called?
Express Yourself.
Okay, yeah, you went ham. So it was like your therapy as well, releasing.
Literally. So 2020 happened, my part-time drama schools are done, lockdown happened, so just spent it writing song after song. Last year just got in the studio for the first time, recording, and then dropping, and then boom, this year I've just been on network mode and performing live, just dropping more songs.
Where did you perform?
I performed downstairs at the Rainbow.
At the Rainbow?
Yeah.
Also the what? Amplify Sounds or?
Jam sessions.
Jam session?
Yeah, one of the jam sessions. I've performed at Night Owl.
Yeah.
Beth as well.
Yeah.
Performed at Warsaw College, thanks to Lyfeproof, Motive.
Yes.
Performed the other day at Ibis Hotel as well,
for
an event.
Go on, my
Yeah, I've just been performing live quite a lot. Yeah, even at my bedroom's birthday, daughter's birthday party as well. So
have you got videos out as well?
Yeah, on my TikTok, I just put all the performing footage.
Where can they find you?
TikTok Sensei Jay 97, Spotify Sensei Jay 97,
YouTube
Gram Sensei Jay 97, and YouTube Sensei Jay. So
okay, Sensei Jay. You're soon gonna see that Ricky Vintage featuring Sensei Jay track. You get me? And it's gonna be a banger. Isn't it?
Yo, without a doubt.
Like your journey is mad as well.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, my brother.
For real,
Thank you. Come here, man. Isn't it? Man, I met my twin. It's mad. I thought I was the only one on that journey, but boy, obviously not. Isn't it? But yeah, man, definitely. I'm gonna follow you on Instagram as well.
So I would say as well, if you could give any inspiring words to upcoming artists, what would they be?
You know what? Nothing's easy in life. Nothing's easy. You know, and like I'm selling CDs. It started from selling CDs. Like, as much as I'm a rapper now and a poet now and this and that, I got into poetry from selling CDs. Okay. So like to go on the road and switch the drugs into CDs now, rather than going out there selling drugs, I'm selling CDs. That helped my mental health, and then I've got to meet people along the way, like Motive Warsaw, for example. You know, meeting up Blakey and Barrington, like going to events with them and these kind of things. It's all come from selling CDs. So my inspiring motivation to anyone: don't give up. Get off your ass, get out your bed, jump out of bed, literally jump out of bed, brother, and touch the roads, like properly, with an intention. You don't have to touch the roads and sell drugs to be a gangster. You can touch the roads and sell tissues all like it. Do you understand? You can go and sell pencils, like sweets, but use that skill and go out and do it.
I think we've reached the end of our questions. So I just want to say thank you, Ricky.
Oh, you're welcome, my brother, man. Come on, man.
And I want to say thank you to the audience as well.
Thank you.
Peace and love.
Ricky!